One, two, three, funky.
Earth, a peaceful planet surrounded with water and land, a majestic planet that was once abundant with lakes, rivers, mountains, rainforests, and living creatures known as animals. The environment, ocean, and the atmosphere were free from pollution and contamination. The skies were clear and blue, lakes were clean and clear. Animals roamed the land, fishes swam freely, birds chirped in the rainforest, and massive whales swam freely in the clear blue ocean. This description of Earth is the true beauty of nature and a gift from Mother Nature. Nature is a way to experience life in general. A person will understand the work of art and the creation of every single living creature that is brought upon us all. Even though many people will destroy this beauty of nature without getting to know how nature developed over the years, they wouldn't understand the feeling of nature itself. Many people would not get to see the footprint from an animal and get to see what kind of animal was it. They also won't understand the feeling on how the fresh environment has been for a long time. Thus, as a future educator, how we will use our voice to advocate and raise awareness to this rising issue. When will we take our steps to create change? The environmental conditions of Earth, including the climate, are determined by physical, chemical, biological, and human interactions that transform and transport materials and energy. This is the Earth system that humans rely upon for survival and life. Understanding current environmental issues requires having a critical eye to all information read and found online. Remember, junk in equals junk out. If you start with false information, you will end up with false conclusions. Obtaining reliable and credible information is one of the most important steps in evaluating current environmental issues. Environmental science is the field of science that studies the interaction of the physical, chemical, and biological components of the environment, and also the relationships and effects of these components with the organisms in the environment. The field of environmental science can be divided into three main goals, which are to learn how the natural world works, to understand how we as humans interact with the environment, and also to determine how we affect the environment. The third goal of determining how humans affect the environment also includes finding ways to deal with these effects on the environment. Environmental science is the study of how Earth behaves as a system in which oceans, atmosphere, and land, and the living and non-living parts therein are all connected. This Earth system is a highly complex entity characterized by multiple non-linear responses and thresholds, with linkages between disparate components. The Oxford English Dictionary defines a system as a set or assemblage of things connected, associated, or interdependent so as to form a complex unity. A whole composed of parts in orderly arrangement according to some scheme or plan. The Earth system is composed of interacting physical, chemical, and biological processes that move and change materials and energy on Earth. The system provides the condition necessary for life on the planet. For example, plants, which are a part of the living system, use of solar energy to change carbon dioxide into organic carbon. Less carbon dioxide in the atmosphere helps cool the planet. Winds and ocean currents move heat from the tropics to higher latitudes, helping to warm the higher latitudes. Earth systems interact through feedbacks. Positive feedbacks lead to instability. They speed up change in the system. Negative feedback lead to stability. They reduce change in the system. Until the beginning of the human era on Earth, the systems were all natural. Now, humans have begun to influence the planet, changing the operation of many systems. Because all systems are all connected, a change in one system influences all other systems. Environmental science is also referred to as an interdisciplinary field because it incorporates information and ideas from multiple disciplines. Within the natural sciences, such fields as biology, the study of life, chemistry, the study of matter, and geology, the study of rocks and earth, are included in the environmental science. When most people think of environmental science, they think of these natural science aspects. But what makes environmental science such a complex and broad field is that it also includes fields from the social sciences and humanities. The social science fields that are incorporated into environmental science include geography, economics, and political science. Philosophy and ethics are the two fields within the humanities that are also included in the environmental science. By combining aspects of the natural sciences, social sciences, and humanities, the field of environmental science can cover more concepts and also examine problems and topics from many different points of view. At this current time, the world around us is changing at a very rapid pace. Some changes are beneficial, but many of the changes are causing damage to our planet. The field of environmental science is valuable resources for learning more about these changes and how they affect the world that we live in. Let's examine a major change that is currently occurring and its relationship to environmental science. The large change is the dramatic increase in the number of humans on Earth. For most of human history, the population has been less than 1 million people, but the current population has skyrocketed to over 7 billion people. This equals out to 7,000 times more people. Due to this increase in the human population, there has also been an increase under pressure on the natural resources and ecosystem services that we rely on for survival. Natural resources include a variety of substances and energy sources that we take on from the environment and use. Natural resources can be divided into renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable natural resources are substances that can be replenished over a period of time, such as sunlight, wind, soil, and timber. On the other hand, non-renewable natural resources are substances that are very finite in supply and will run out. Non-renewable resources include minerals and crude oils. Due to the increase in the human population, natural resources are being used at a more rapid speed than in the past. Although renewable natural resources can be replenished when they are used too rapidly, they cannot be replenished fast enough to meet human demand. Even worse, when non-renewable natural resources are used too rapidly, they become closer to running out completely and being gone forever. Environmental impacts on Earth come from the number of people and the amount and types of resources that they use. By applying scientific principle and considering real life examples, it will examine first, the field of environmental science and how to think like an environmental scientist. Second, the human population and the ways in which changes in the population affect the environment. Third, agriculture, soils, and the environmental implications of eating meat, vegetable, local, organic, sustainable, industrial, and other types of food. Fourth, non-renewable fossil fuels with a focus on coal, petroleum, and natural gas and the benefits and all consequences of using each.
Pretty like a girl, and he got 5 stories to tell. I see both sides like Chanel, see on both sides.